Hello, this is Eli J. Brown / Eli J. Brony, and here is a Hero Factory MOC, despite the fact that Hero Factory has been discontinued for about a year since Bionicle was reintroduced. But regardless, here is another villain MOC for Hero Factory, and this is the first villain MOC that I have created for Hero Factory since Blizzard Master, and you probably all remember him from Chris Mass in the Blizzard of Eternal Winter, which was a Hero Factory movie that I did back in November of last year, which was made as the sequel to How the Witch Doctor Stole Christmas, which apparently became the most viewed movie of all time. That came from me. Now that was totally unexpected that I got so many views from that movie out of everything else that I have done. So making a sequel probably made some good sense, though it hasn't surpassed the predecessor. But anyway, regardless of that, this is Enwimus. Enwimus is a villain character who actually has a huge grudge over the Hero Factory. And there is also a very good explanation for that. You see, originally, he was actually a civilian known as Rick Ewire. Now, Rick was a good friend of the Hero Factory. He helped out with heroes by helping them to overcome some fears that they may have. Now, because he was so good with helping out the heroes, he and Preston Stormer were apparently really good friends. However, Furno and Raka, for some reason, didn't know why, but for some reason they felt like this guy was not trustable. And one day, well, you know how Quaddle makes those beeping noises whenever he talks? Well, one day, Rick got very annoyed by that. He got so annoyed that he decided to just get rid of Quaddle by stuffing him into this box and mailing him away. When the Hero Factory noticed that he was missing, Rick said that some villains broke into the Hero Factory and captured Quaddle. However, the delivery guy who was taking the box that Quaddle was in actually returned him because he couldn't identify the address. And they saw that Rick was the one who sent the box. As a result, Rick was exiled from the Hero Factory, and he was very angry at this. So angry that he decided to become a supervillain and get revenge on Hero Factory for banishing him. And he has now done so. He has been upgraded to be bigger and stronger. He used to be about the size of a Protector, in-universe anyway, not as a MOC. Just in-universe. He used to be the size of a Protector from Bionicle. Like he was just one of those worker bots. You know, like those worker bots that you would see in the Hero Factory episodes. He used to be one of them. But now, he has rebuilt himself to be this big bad dude. Okay, so anyway, the whole idea for this, well, this really just started off with just putting some different pieces together, and then I just decided that, well, the idea just eventually came out when I was putting the parts together. So what I did was put the parts together and then kind of decided what additional parts that I would need to create just what I wanted. So I went on to Bricklink and put the parts that I would need for this MOC. Now originally I was going to get the bright green 4-long size armor pieces that come with Liwa from the Bionicle series, but I decided that the transparent ones would work out a lot better. It would also fit with the head that I used underneath, and I'll get to that in a bit. I did use the green ball cup pieces, the breakable ones that came from Bionicle before, and actually a lot longer than Bionicle even existed. So I put those on. That was one of the reasons why I decided to originally have the bright green pieces instead of the transparent ones that I eventually got instead. And also the hands are actually in a new color. They are in gray. I think that you get 7 of these in some sort of hotel Lego set. I'm not quite sure why those hands are in there. I'm pretty sure that someone who has that set, if they even know what set I'm talking about, will have a good explanation as to why these hands apparently came in that set. Like, I saw it on Bricklink, the inventory of where these gray hands came from, and who knows, maybe we'll see these hands in the gray color in future Bionicle sets. I don't know. I don't think the summer sets have them. I don't even have the summer sets yet, but hopefully by the end of this week I will, because I did already order them from Toys R Us. So I got those because I felt like that they would fit. Probably could have also used them for Raka, but I did switch those out with spray-painted gold hands. Hopefully someday those hands will be released officially in gold, because they really need to do that. There's no reason to not release those hands in gold. But who knows, maybe we'll get some sort of gold character next year, so we'll have the gold hands. So, anyway, this is built using a Ben 10 torso piece in case that wasn't already obvious enough. But of course, when you're building a MOC that uses the Ben 10 piece, there really isn't much you can do with it, except maybe just put a Ben 10 armor piece on the front of the torso like it's supposed to be used for. But here, I just decided to go different. I'll just move the arms out of the way for a moment, and then take this part out and just show you what is really behind the armor right there. So I used one of these pieces, not quite sure what it's called, but it was a piece that was used throughout the Rahi sets in, in Bionicle, the first year of Bionicle, the original generation. And then behind that, I'm gonna lift the head. Then I got a lift arm, one that is a 5 long. I also have a gray one that also has the 5 holes down at the bottom, kind of to make sure that the armor right here would be perfect. And then basically that's just attached to the main torso piece. So I'm just gonna put that back on. This was really just put on to add some bulk, because I didn't want him to look all gappy on the inside. And then you put on the armor, like so. It does open up a bit. That's not actually canon for the character, but it just opens up as a figure. But in universe, it would not open up. Or would it? I don't know. Maybe I'll decide that it opens up and like releases some sort of item that he has hidden inside of himself. And now for the helmet. And for a long time, LEGO fans, you probably recognize this helmet from a series. It's from Knight's Kingdom. I got it off of Bricklink so I could use it for a Bionicle or Hero Factory MOC, because they look pretty cool. You may remember, if you've watched my videos from before where I made MOCs using the Knight's Kingdom masks, I had to use Tiki Tacky in order to get the mask to stick on. Now I actually suggested this to Jang Bricks. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but when he made a MOC that used a Knight's Kingdom mask, he used some sort of technique, like using a little, one of those pieces that, I don't know what they're called, like, I think Exoforce hands? Yeah, that's it. Exoforce hands to, well, he just put the mask on top of an armor piece and then put the Exoforce hands to connect that to there. And I told him that I used Tiki Tacky and he considered that to be cheating. And maybe he's right, but hey, I don't care if it's cheating. I'm still gonna do it like that. But that's not what happened in this case. I'll take the head off to show you how that is done. And it is done by using a Brain Attack series headpiece, along with 2 of these flat pieces right here. I put them together, and then added on one of these pieces that are fairly new, at least new to me. You know, with the pinhole here and 2 axle connection points right there. Then just put that on, then put the head on like that, and then attach the mask using a actual hole that is actually on the mask. And there you go. Though some other Knights Kingdom masks also feature that hole, and I could have used that technique, but I've been making MOCs using the Knights Kingdom masks long before Brain Attack even was around. So, okay. And also, if you look inside the helmet, you probably can't see it on camera, but if you look inside the helmet, you will see the actual hole on the Brain Attack head. And it kind of looks like a mouth, like he's making a face underneath his mask. Like he's saying, nah, you can't get me. I'm too tough for you. The weapon was added on as the last minute thing. I was originally going to have him just appear without a weapon, like that, just showing he's tough. But instead, I just decided he needs a weapon. He's a bad guy, and bad guys cannot fight without weapons. Well, maybe they could, but not this one. So, I just added the weapon onto there, so he would look like he was complete, like he was somebody. Well, he's a nobody, because he's a bad guy, but he's a some bad guy. That's what he is. So, there you have it. Actually, I can't even remember his name now. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, so I'm probably gonna have to watch the clip of it again before I post the video online, so I remember his name. It was quite a difficult name to come up with, though I know it has something to do with E-Wire. That is what I know. No need to correct me, I will know by the time you're watching this video. So, thank you very much for watching, and, well, hopefully soon, I'll be able to review the 2015 Bionicle Summer Sets. So that is all, and I will see you next time.